Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder. And today, we are going to be continuing our top 25 stat series for the month of November in 2024, where we are looking at the top 600 players' combined power total for kingdoms. And yes, we did the top 300 players yesterday for the top 25 kingdoms, today the top 600 players, and then we're going to be comparing the differential data between positions on where kingdoms placed from the top 300 to the top 600 to show you any differences. And I'll also be showing you any kingdoms that are outside of the top 25. You'll be able to maybe see some and where they ranked, which we can now do because of the data being pulled. As always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you throw us up because it helps out a lot. And this is kind of like the superpower, right, if you will, right? Because top 300 players, now we're doing top 600 players. You're kind of going from 1.5 alliances to maybe 3.5 alliances, give or take. Or you could say top 300 is 2 alliances and maybe 4 alliances for, 6, or 4, 600. Okay, let's get into some important disclaimers. Number 1 is that any of the data here on the master, we always do the videos first here, and then 24 hours at least or later after, we will post this onto the public version of the spreadsheet. If you do want to get access to that, join the Discord. Link to that in the pinned comment description down below. Once you join, you will go to the reaction roll channel here at the top. You'll select Call of Dragons, which is in the middle, 4th from the left or the right. And then you'll go down here. If this Call of Dragons area does not pop out, you'll just click it. You'll click COD Data Stats, and it's going to be the top link there for you. You're more than welcome to pin that, save it, add it to your bookmarks, etc. Number 2 is that the data here was pulled on Saturday, November 2nd between 2 and 4 UTC, so it's been a little over 2 days now. Keep in mind, we will eventually, the hope from what Rich has told me is that we want to try and get to where he's able to pull the data for me every day. That's kind of long term, right? So I don't know how long it's going to take, but right now I think it's every couple days. So the data is never going to be more than a week old or 5 or 6 days old. It's probably going to be somewhere within that 2 to 4 day margin. But again, the hope is to eventually get there. Number 3 is that keep in mind data, whether you're looking at the screenshot or you're understanding that based on when you're watching the video, it is a little bit later. So when you then go and look in game, the data will be different. Just understand, right, that it's an instance grab. And then if you go and look in game, right, it will not necessarily be the same as it is, even if it may be close. Number 4 is that the bot was just updated, right? So we're on V2 right now. If you notice any discrepancies, any errors, wide margins, please feel free to let me know so I can pass that over. I will say that the bot seems a lot more accurate now after Rich was able to go ahead and work on some improvements over the past couple of days. So I'm really excited. And the reception we got over the past 2 videos has been overwhelmingly positive. So thank you so much. But again, the idea is to try to always work to get it to 100% accuracy. And again, not assuming that we are there or absolutely guaranteeing, but just doing our best to make sure we can give you the most accurate and quality integrity level of consistent data. Number 6 is that if anyone is interested in in more information about the bot, services, etc., and just details, I will be posting a link to the bot Discord on the pinned comment and description, and you can always reach out to Richie, which again you can find his name from just one of the posts on one of the channels if you'd like to get some more information. Number 7, I think, which is that if there's any particular kinds of stats you'd like to see, please feel free to let us know. Some that have already been mentioned or asked, which is, hey, can we pull CH25 data? I did ask Richie about that. He said, yeah, that's something we can pull. He's going to work on including that over time. And then someone else had asked if we're able to pull T4 or T5 power data. So, for example, if we can look at like the differentials between maybe the total amount of T4 power based on T4 units, and then maybe the total amount of T5 power based on T5 units, or just who has T5 unlocked versus who has T4 unlocked, and then just maybe adding those city powers up. I have to ask about that. I haven't asked that one yet, but I know Rich does watch the videos sometimes, so if he hears this before I have a chance to message him, right, then I will ask, right, so I'll put that in. Okay, I think that's it. With that in mind, let's go ahead and get into the top 600 player power for kingdom totals, or player power totals for kingdom power. You guys know what I mean. Let's go to number 25. So here we go. At number 25, we have Kingdom 41. They come in at 22.98 billion power. This is where BDO plays. They are down from number 15, right? So just a loss of 10 positions, but they placed 15 on the top 300 player board. So I'm going to go a little quicker too as well on these. Not going to take too long because some of the information is already pretty consistent that we've talked about before. Kingdom 7 comes in at number 24. They're at 23.03 billion power. They have, they're unchanged. They placed 24th as well on the last time. So their difference between the top 300 players versus the top 600 players is, again, the power is different, but their position is the same. Number 23, we have Kingdom 70. They are at 23.09 billion power. This is where BXS plays. They are down from number 12, so a loss of 11 positions when we're comparing their top 300 players versus their top 600 players. And keep in mind also, it kind of makes sense if you look at the CH16 pluses because you have less than 600 people at that. So it could just be that the power drops off more going deeper beyond the top 300, or in this case, beyond maybe it could even be 400, right, give or take, just depending on where the CH25s are at. Number 22, we're at Kingdom 147. They have 23.17 billion power, and this is where A2A, Ashes to Ashes, plays. They're down from number 13, right, so a loss of 9 positions. Keep in mind, again, 505 CH16 pluses. You can see a little bit of a trend here, right, just from some of that data on what could be some factors indicating for a lower ranking position when we go to 3 to 600, which also it could just be the generalness as well. I mean, again, how many kingdoms are really nurturing 600 players compared to, or I should say have a high percentage chance of nurturing 600 players compared to 300. I think that's just more likely, even though there are some, and we would love to, of course, see more kingdoms with more multiple active alliances and more active players overall, because that just is not only good for them, but it's good for the overall state of the game. Okay. Number 21, we're at Kingdom 283. They're at 23.34 billion power. This is where RFF Refund Family plays. They're actually up from number 48, right? So again, your first opportunity to see where some kingdoms ranked beyond the top 25, because I think Rich pulled the data for the 511, so up to Kingdom 511, so we can see kind of who the top 511 kingdoms are. But yeah, they placed 48 on the top 300 players list. But they're number 21 here. So, I mean, that's more than double. Or I guess you could say less. You guys know what I mean. Number 20, Kingdom 134. They come in at 23.59 billion power, or 23.6, give or take. And this is where LTS Legacy of Spartans plays. They're down from number 10. So a loss of 10 positions, or a loss of, I guess, double, technically. Then we get to number 19, Kingdom 45. They're at 23.68 billion power. Up from number 42. So again, less than double, more than double. Yeah, well, that sounds better. This is where Squiggly Squiggly BB Brothers in Blood plays. So again, nice to see some people making the list that didn't make other lists just because they were exceeding or beyond the top 25. Number 18, Kingdom 140. We're at 23.76 billion power. They're up from number 23, so a plus 5 position increase. This is where -NN- or no name plays. Number 17, Kingdom 30. 23.80 billion power. This is where -NA-Nova Avengers plays. They're up from number 18, so a plus 1 position increase. We at number 16. We're at Kingdom 156, 24.09 billion power. This is where BNR Brothers Everywhere plays. They're up from number 19, so a plus 3 position increase. Kingdom 68, 24.27 billion power. This is where -GG- or Gilded Guardians plays. They are down from number 8, so a loss of, 7 positions, that is? And then we're at number 14, Kingdom 249. They're at 24.32 billion power. This is where WB_ War Beast plays. They're down from number 11, so a loss of 3 positions, but again, still pretty close to where they placed on the top 300 players. Number 13, we're at Kingdom 312. They're at 24.54 billion power. This is where WOW! Wow World of War plays. They're up from number 29. So again, right, more than double positions that they've been able to make up. That's 3 kingdoms already that have been outside of the top 25 from the top 300 players that were able to make it into the top 600. Here we go for Kingdom 60. They're at number 12, coming in at 24.75 billion power. This is where Echo plays. They're down from number 6, so I guess double position loss at that point, at least compared to the top 300 players. Number 11, Kingdom 218, 25.02 billion power. This is where AMZ Amazon plays. They're up from number 17, so a plus 6 position increase. Number 10, as we break into the top 10, Kingdom 225, they have 25.17 billion power. They are up from number 33, so again, more than triple position increase. And this is the 4th kingdom outside of the top 25 on the top 300 players top kingdoms list that has been able to make it in the top 600 list. Number 9, Kingdom 116. 25.47 billion power. They're actually placed in the same position that they did for the top 300, so unchanged or no position movement. Number 8, we're at Kingdom 229. They're at 26.28 billion power. They're down from number 7, so only a 1 position loss, and this is where SSG Shinsege plays. I still hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, or at least close-ish. Number 7, Kingdom 110. They're at 26.65 billion power. This is where Ronin family plays. They're down from number 4, so a loss of 3 positions, but again, still close in margin. Number 6, Kingdom 57, 26.95 billion power. This is where NF57 plays, or Nightfall. They're up from number 16, so more than double, right? Plus 10 position increase. Nice. Getting into the top 5, at number 5, Kingdom 221, 27.14 billion power. This is where SWNE, or Southwest Northeast, until someone tells me otherwise, plays. And they're up from number 27, which makes the 5th kingdom that has been outside of the top 25 from the top 300 player kingdoms to now making it into the top 25 for the top 600 player kingdoms. And again, times 5 increase on positions. So nice. Plus 22 position increase. Number 4, Kingdom 96, 27.72 billion power. This is where EDS Eternal plays, and they're down from number 3, so only a 1 position loss here. Then we get to number 3, Kingdom 5, 28.13 billion power. This is where Noir plays. They're down from number 2, so only a 1 position loss there. And then at number 2, we have Kingdom 23, still rocking hard. 29.39 billion power. They're up from number 5, so a plus 3 position increase. This is where Ancients is at. And then number 1, and still number 1 from the top 300, or from the 1 billion plus, the top 300 player board, and now the top 600 player board on all 3 is Kingdom 61, where EIS plays. They're at 32.85 billion, no position differentials. And keep in mind, they at the moment, I believe, are the only kingdom that is over 30 billion power at the moment. If you remember, the peak power we've seen was about 37 billion power from Kingdom 23. That was before some of the TFS people left 23 to go to 40. So I don't know if we're ever going to see that peak again. I mean, maybe over time, if the players stay there in the kingdom and they just keep powering up, then yeah, you could probably see it get to that, kind of in more of an organic or natural way, where it's not I don't want to say manipulated, but where it's not based on migration coming in, as 23 was able to take advantage of during that season and a couple other kingdoms. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, do I think it's more likely that, like, if you're asking me what are the percentages that we're going to stay above 30 billion for number 1, or is it likely that they'll probably fall below that? I think percentages usually favor towards this idea that it requires a lot of effort and a lot of time and a lot of commitment and a lot of TLC to make sure that the people in your kingdom enjoy playing there and will stay playing there. And I think that is just a little bit of a lower percentage guess than if some people decide to leave or some people migrate out because it's a full status kingdom and maybe they need to trim. I mean, again, 61 has kind of been on this like steady, slow climb. So maybe they'll just defy the odds and a lot of people will stay there. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for anyone, right? And that even could be for like the Noir group. It may be for ANCS because I think some other people might still be leaving 23 from what has been mentioned. People that are trying to go to 40 that just weren't able to make it on the first migration round. So there's a number of things that could happen here. But do I think it's awesome that we're still at least having one kingdom that has kind of broken that 30 bill threshold? Even though I would love for the top kingdoms to all be closer and more aligned in power? Sure, why not? With that in mind, I'd love to know what you guys think on this one. In addition to anything else or any kind of interesting stats you'd like to see, please feel free to let us know in the comments below. That's going to do it for me. As always, until next time, we'll catch you later.